We've got ourselves a bit of a bombshell coming out of this week's episode of Gettable. Cal Twomey reckons Essendon might not actually match bids on their NGA lads, El Achkar and Sweid. If these bids come inside the top 25, they may not come to the party. Now, on the surface, that sounds ridiculous. Why would you invest years of development only to walk away? But Cal hinted there's another player, a mystery guy internally Essendon have ranked in the 15. That could change everything. So today we're asking the big question. Is it mind games? Is there a genuine plan behind the smokescreen? Let's pull it apart. The smokescreen, the reality, and who that mystery player might be. G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Join the Pommy In Oz family. We're smashing it at the minute. So Essendon have some picks in the sweet range of the draft. It's where the board starts to diverge. Now, they have got two exciting NGA prospects. They've got Hussien El Achkar, the speedster small forward, and Adam Sweid, the midfield forward, who's had a real strong breakout year. Now, with the bid matches, you can quite easily match them. They've got some picks in the 20s, which they could trade back to match. So this is one of them complications. The problem is when you match, if there is a player in and around them picks you liked, it could be costly. It's doable though. And it's one of these things where the story gets spicy because Cal suggested that they might not match them if the bids come earlier than they plan. This opens up a layer of intrigue, and protecting their points makes sense if there's someone you feel sliding who's going to go in there. But bluffing is a good idea because if you bid and they don't match, you're stuck with one of these players. So let's start with the man at the centre, Adam Sweid. If you've watched much of Calder Cannons this year, he is one of the most complete mid-forwards in this pool. He missed his bottom age year with an ACL, but 2025, he had a real coming back story. He had some real strong performances early, 25 disposals in round, and then climbed up all year into all-Australian form, averaging 25 touches, 4 and a bit clearances, 7 score involvements a game, and showed he could hit the scoreboard. That's some serious output from a diminutive mid-forward. At National Championships, he showcased it as well, and really had some strong performances in there that highlighted not only his pace, but also his footy IQ. And when he played and stepped up for the VFL for the Bombers, he showcased that he looked completely at ease with the higher pace of the game. So we know that the talent's real. There's that burst speed, the clean hands, good decision maker. He's also not scared of pressure. He's the kind of player that you are buzzing to have in your side. So why wouldn't Essendon match a bid inside 25? Well, that becomes fascinating. Just because he's an NGA doesn't mean you have to take him. And if there is a player that you see who's a more pressing need, you could be looking at something more and being willing to sacrifice a player even of Adam's obvious talent. Essendon's list balance is tricky. They've got some really good players in the right areas, contested mid-wise. They've got Caldwell, Hobbs, they've looked really good. They've started to build a plethora of rebounding intercept defenders. But what they desperately need is that polish, that outside speed, real line-breaking foot skills that connect the back half to the front half. And the last few drafts at times have felt quite safe. This time, maybe you need to swing for the fences. If they have a player internally rated top 15, around them later 20 picks, you've got to fit the mould. A running, high-impact, multi-positional player would really fit the bill. And in that later first round, early second round stage, you've got to take what's there. And let's look at some of the genuine candidates that could be the secret sauce. The first one that jumps off the page, Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves from the Stingrays. This lad oozes class. This half-forward wingman just makes things happen. At Vic Country, you really saw that. Smooth, composed, capable of flipping a game in a matter of 5 minutes. He was really strong in the champs as well. Against Vic Metro, he took the piss, it has to be said. 4 goals and actually dragged Country from what looked like they were going to be in a world of hurt. On the Coates League, he really was strong and at times had some close to 30 touch games, including one versus GMV where he had 5 goals. He was really strong all year, setting up the play and finishing his own work. He's not perfect. He can definitely work on his consistency, but when he's on, he is lethal. The big appeal is the dual threatness of him. can win the ball on the wing, hit the scoreboard in the forward line. The hybrid role is something that Essendon would really like. I don't think they've had a player like that since Tipper, really. Someone that can really connect the chains, link it up, but also finish the play. If Essendon want a mid-forward, Hibbins-Hargreaves fits the bill perfectly. And given the fact that Cal Twomey said there's someone ranked 15th internally, Hibbins-Hargreaves definitely fits the mark. Upside, match-winner traits, and around that selection. Then there's the jewel in the crown. Harley Barker from Sturt, another name that for me isn't popping up enough in the recruiting circles. Barker's story was cruelly curtailed by his injury, but this guy was easily the best wingman in the championships and could be a top 5 selection if we had no injury. He was flying. He was producing ridiculous numbers. He was literally almost every time he got the ball, it either turned into a goal or a goal for someone else. Someone that is so athletic with footy smarts who can gut run. He can slice opponents open with his kicking, his skill impact, and that scoreboard threat. He's got everything you want. Athletic background, football IQ, stretches the ground, creates overlaps, and has the kind of skills that immediately translate to AFL systems. Yes, you aren't going to have him in 2026, but the upside of this guy means you might have got the draft steal. He is genuine polish who can start on the wing, and I see him being an impact half forward as his career progresses. There is a lot of Ollie Dempsey about this, and I think once he's medically sound, this guy is ridiculous, and when we redraft it, we'll be easily in the top 10. Speed, kick, outside run, it's exactly what the best competition sides have. This guy could break games. The other one is maybe a smoky. Someone like Latrell Pickett from Glenelg, the overage cousin of Kasaya, and honestly the most entertaining player in this pool. He's played senior footy and he's kicked 4 goals on debut. He ain't a Mickey Mouse. He's been really strong. 32 goals from 18 return, 4 in the grand final. Electric pace, impossible to beat on the ground. Agile, unpredictable. He does look like someone's gone to the duplicating factory and got his cousin. Every time he touches the ball, something happens. And that's not your traditional Essendon selection. But pairing him with Keiko, oh my gosh, after years of conservative recruiting and dud recruiting under Doro, suddenly you could make Marvel and MCG erupt with Pickett playing in that Tullamarine forward line. They rate him inside the top 20. It makes total sense to jump the crew and get someone that you really like. But the big question is it mind games? There's a real chance it is, because by doing this publicly, it gives teams this thing that if we bid on one of these NGAs, we might be left with them. So you've got to now play it into their cards that from about 15 to 30, do you rate them higher than anyone else? Teams that are looking at small forwards that people have linked with, Fremantle, Carlton. Yes, you could drain Essendon's points, but you may be left holding the baby with someone that you rate lower than someone else. This is classic poker. By feigning disinterest, this could really push Essendon's picks back to the 30s, which then, if they do select a player which might not even exist, they could trade for future assets and trade down. It's smart list management if this works off. The Bombers, for me, at times have been criticised for not being proactive in drafts. This is calculated, maybe even a little manipulative. And frankly, that's the kind of edge that makes you win the draft, but also culturally changes the aspect of your club. Now, there's a genuine possibility this is true, that they have cooled their interest, or even that they expect to bid. But if they believe Barker, Hibbins-Hargreaves, Pickett provide better long-term value and better impact immediately, then letting a bid slip isn't a mistake. It's simple discipline, because you don't have to pick up these players. So let's map it out quickly. Scenario 1, they're bluffing. They love the NGA kids. They want to shift the bids later. They'll go best available at their picks, and they will match at the discounted rate when it happens. That means everyone's happy. The optics war works. The NGAs become their players. Serious option number 2 is they're serious. They only draft the NGA kids that fit their need at the right bid. They'll match a later bid, yes, but if that 15th rated player is on there, they're going to be bold, they're going to be controlled. It's going to be very Richmond draft in 2016. Now, scenario 3, they're hiding something bigger. Maybe that pick 15 isn't one of those 3 at all, and could be a smoky, could be just a deflection technique to make teams trade in and around them. Someone they've scouted privately, someone that they've maybe linked to. That's what makes this so fun. It's ambiguity, and that is deliberate. So where does it land? I reckon it's a bit of both. Part mind game, part genuine shift in philosophy. Brad Scott has been clear he wants competitors, runners and polish. Matt Rosa, he has been quite clear that they're in a new era. Adam Sweid ticks all the boxes, but so does Barker, Hibbins-Hargreaves and Pickett. They come with extra height and versatility. If the Bombers have fallen in love with these, maybe this mind game allows them to get them all. My gut says Harley Barker feels like he is Essendon through and through. Tall, two-way, elite kicker, goal machine, the perfect modern Bomber. And because he's recovering from the ACL, if you get Adam Sweid and El Achkar in, it's calculated investment, high upside, low short-term pressure, and yes, strategy, theatre, and substance. Essendon might finally be thinking 2 drafts ahead instead of the next pick, which is exciting, really, for the Essendon fan club. So Essendon, what do you think? Is this mind games to scare off bidders, or are you genuinely going to get past the NGA and look at new prototypes? Drop your thoughts below. Who is the secret 15 player? Who do you think it is? Barker, Hibbins-Hargreaves? Someone I haven't mentioned yet. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this. We have got so much coming. We will be mammoth lives at draft night as well with loads of exciting things. So much content to come as well. See you soon. Pommy out.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played